In this video, we're going to talk a little about the Canvas learning management system that the Governor School uses. Now, first things first, we have to get to it. Don't make the mistake of just looking for a Canvas LMS. Canvas is sort of a generic LMS. It's not specific to any school. It's the kind of thing where a school implements their own sort of version of Canvas. So you want to look for the specific Governor School one. So make sure if you're looking for this and you don't remember the address, you go Canvas GSSM and you'll see the address is scgssm.instructure.com. Now your login for Canvas is going to be the same exact thing as your email except without the @GSSM part. So it's just your username for your email and then your same email password. When you change your password through Outlook, it will automatically change. It may take, 5 minutes or something like that, but it will automatically be changed when you do this. Now I'm going to pause for a minute while we log in. And once you're in, you'll see something like this, where you'll be directed to your dashboard. You'll have your courses here. You may not have anything right now if you're logging in before classes have actually started. You'll see some assignments over on the side. You probably won't see a to-do in terms of stuff to grade since you're not actually teaching class, but under your to-do you'll probably see a few upcoming assignments. And then you'll see you have a calendar here where there are usually sort of the same assignments as in your to-do list. You can rearrange these courses if you want. If you click on the three dots there, you'll see move. So you can move up, move the bottom, make it an unfavorite, and you could change the color of your course. So if you can customize this, put anything where you want it. Over on the side, you'll see your dashboard. You'll see a link for your courses. So let's go ahead and click on that. And you'll see sort of courses pop up on the side. You see a calendar, and you will see an inbox. And we'll talk about the calendar inbox in just a minute. Let's first get into the course. So temp course is the course where we are a student, and this is going to look completely different depending on your course, depending on your professor. In this one, the style is using a couple modules. So here's your first module, your second module. I can click and expand and see what's inside them. You'll see the same to-do list that you just saw on the other page over here. Now this will only be the to-do list for this particular course. That to-do list on the other page will be a to-do list for multiple courses. And here you'll see view course calendar because you have 3 assignments due on Monday. Those are the 3 that we'll be tinkering around with. And you'll see your calendar gets highlighted here over on the side when I clicked on that as well. I come back to courses. I can go back to that course, or I can hit back to go back to the page we were just at. And same idea, course stream will have sort of messages and activity that was just in this course. You'll see when a user or when the professor updates an assignment, when you submit stuff, it'll be in the course stream. I don't use that a whole lot. I kind of prefer to look at assignment due dates and whatnot. Same idea with course notifications. If your teacher puts up an important notice you want it right away, so you probably want to keep this enabled, and you probably want to send an email when a professor does some of these things. You may not want all of these things in here. When a professor changes something, when it grades something, this will send you a message saying that we're sending you a notification when the professor does something like that. Let's just get into using Canvas. So let's first just start with a link. So here you'll see the icon, there's a link. This could also be a file that's stored locally. Click on it, and sometimes you'll see this opens in a new browser, and this is just a textbook here. So this is the textbook that Accelerate is using for Calculus 1 this semester. Again, you could see files in there. You can see just pages with text inside there. You could have a number of different things depending on what the professor decides to do. Now, I want to show you how assignments work, so let's take a little quiz. You'll see over here on the side, there are assignments, there are quizzes. I have assignments that are actually on the module page here. they don't necessarily have to be there. You may have teachers who prefer not to put assignments up on this page. So if you click over on assignments, you will see your upcoming assignments there. Same idea if you click on quizzes, you'll see your quizzes there. So we're just going to go back to the home page because this is sort of how this one's set up. It's set up to take everything from this main page. And we'll just go to the syllabus quiz. So you'll see information on top here, when it's due, how much it's worth, how many questions, whether you have a time limit, and how many attempts you have. So we have 2 attempts on this. Let's take the quiz. Did you actually read my syllabus? These are, again, just fake questions here. No. Do you think your grade will be? An F. We'll submit the quiz. And this tells me that my answers are hidden. Again, this all depends on how your professor actually sets up the quiz. It tells me I got 0 out of 2. So let's take it again. Let's say, yep, we did read the syllabus, and of course we're going to get an A in the class. And submit the quiz, and you'll see that our newest attempt is a 2 out of 2. And you'll see here that, again, the way that this quiz is set up is it'll keep your highest attempt. So it says that it kept attempt number 2 because that was a 2 out of 2. Okay, now we've taken a quiz. Let's just go and look at our grades real quick. And you'll see under grades, I have my syllabus quiz is a 2 out of 2. The other 2 assignments which haven't completed yet have no score out of whatever they have. And you'll see right here that the details for the class are on this side. This is the weighting for the class right now. There's a category called assignments right now that is 0%. That would be sort of ungraded assignments. As quizzes worth 40%, essays worth 30%, homework worth 30%. So you'll see how the course is graded right now, and you'll see right now for quizzes we have 100% grade because we got 2 out of 2 on this particular assignment. Let's just go and complete a couple other assignments. So this is a Turnitin assignment. Turnitin is a system that checks for plagiarism, and you'll notice here we can only submit in certain types. File types are doc, docx, and gdoc. So let's do submit assignment. And we have to go and either upload a file, insert a Google Doc, Google Drive doc, or an Office 365 doc. Let's go ahead and pick Office 365. If you watch the video on OneNote, you'd know sort of why you should already do this. And you notice we're not logged into Office 365. So 2 ways we can do it. We can go through the little Office 365 icon here, or we can just hit login here. And I'm going to pause once again while we log in. After logging in, you should see your OneDrive. So we're going to just scroll down here and find document. Remember, it needs a .doc or a .docx, and you'll see it's pretty clear. So there we go. Let's just pick that one. We'll attach, and let's put a comment here. Thanks. And we'll click that and submit assignment. Okay, so there you go. Canvas is processing your submission. So again, this is going through that sort of plagiarism checker. It says we can navigate away, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, there you go. It says submission details. And we can view our feedback. We don't have any feedback right now, but the idea is the professor will go and look at this. They will give you feedback. They will give you a grade. And that's sort of how you'll get feedback from the professor in Canvas. Now, you can also leave comments to that feedback. I would say it is probably a little better for you to go ahead and email your professor if you have questions about a grade rather than communicating back and forth through Canvas comments. That gets a little tedious. So if you have a concern about your grade, I would suggest you go ahead and email your professor. And let's just do one more. So here's a homework. Let's go ahead and just put something in here. You'll see 1 attempt allowed. It's worth 5 points. Submitting is a text entry box. And it just lets you put in something here. I like this book. Give me an A. And submit the assignment. Again, you'll see assignment successfully submitted there, and you'll see some information over here. Now, when I go back to home and I go to do, you'll see there's nothing there because I've already completed all of my assignments. If I go to grades, now these haven't been graded yet, so you'll see here that it's sort of awaiting feedback from your professor. So eventually you will see a score there. It'll update your score here, and it'll update your grade there. Okay. I just want to show you a couple other things. So I think I did not include submitting a file, so let's go ahead and just make one more assignment. So we'll pause the video for a second. Okay, so I went ahead and created another assignment, and you'll see it popped here under to do. I didn't put on this page here, but you'll notice under assignments, you will see another assignment. I just want to show you how to just actually upload something, not linking from your OneDrive in case it's not on there. Now there is no restriction. Let's say this is one of my coding classes, so it could be a .cpp, could be .h, you could be submitting a .zip file. So sometimes the professor won't really restrict what types you can upload. So I'm just going to choose a file, and I'm going to go to my OneDrive here, and I'm just going to sort of pick I think I got probably a C++ file in here somewhere, or not. So there we go. So let's go ahead and submit a C++ file. And you'll see something like that. Now you can download, you can see your submission details. Sometimes you can't really see these, so if you have, say, a Word document or text document, you may see it load here. Often when it's code, you won't see it load. So if you click on it, it's sort of going to ask you to download it. And again, as soon as you go to grades, I believe I put that in homework, so you'll see it here as ungraded, waiting for your professor to grade it for you. One last thing, just like Outlook, there is an app for iOS and Android, and let's just give it a Google so you can see here. Let's do Canvas. So you can go ahead and download and install this. Now, I actually haven't used this. I tend to like to go through the web interface because I'm kind of used to it. Also, if I remember correctly, there were some issues with some of these syncing with Office 365 and or Google Drive. But there are native apps in iOS and Android, so you might want to go ahead and give those a try.